Feeling
Sure,
better?
thank you.
Your
Yeah,
throat?
yeah, my throat now it's better, thank you. Probably
Yeah,
not at 100%, but it's better.
that's nice. Yeah, with this season that's been rainy in Leon and in Irapuato too, right?
Yeah, well, today it's here in Irapuato it's cold, and I imagine that in Leon it's cold too, right?
Very cold and windy and hazy. There is a small haze that does not allow you to see the path very clearly.
Yeah,
So this is like a bad haze. Not too
yeah,
intense, but
uh-huh.
yeah, there is some haze here.
Yeah, here in Irapuato too. When I saw more haze was the last Friday, I think so. There was a lot of haze.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the other day I went to um, Aguascalientes, and then when I passed through Lagos, the haze, the mist, the fog was so intense that you could barely see beyond 20 meters in the highway. It was really, really intense. So it was also very dangerous because the trailers, the trucks drove so fast and so close to you that it's really, really dangerous. You need to move away to the next lane because they materially throw you the truck towards your car. So you have to move, otherwise they crash into you, or looks like they are going to crash into you.
Yeah.
But well, okay, Mickey. I was having a chat, an interesting chat with my friends the other day
Mm-hmm.
about the word that you probably know, which is extractivism. When you hear this word, what comes to your mind? Extractivism. What exactly do you think this is? Or not exactly, more or less, do you think this is?
Mm, well, I think that is when we extract the natural resources that we have in the soil.
Absolutely, absolutely. Is well, let's read the definition, but it's exactly what you say, and it is not trivial. It has some consequences, right? Let's see the consequences. So let's read the definition, Mickey, if you can, please. Let me put it here. All right, if you're so kind to read the definition, Mickey, please.
Yeah. Extractivism typically refers to a mode of economic development or resource exploitation where the focus is on extracting and exporting natural resources, often without regard for the long-term sustainability of the environment or the well-being of local communities. This term is commonly associated with industries such as mining, logging, and oil extraction.
Right. When they say logging, obviously they refer to the logs of the trees, right? When you chop off a tree, they become logs. Let me see if I can find a picture. So, what do you think of this action activity? Is good for on the one hand, but what is the problem on the other, Mickey? What do you think?
About the extractivism,
The yes, yes, yes. What do you think is the problem with that?
the problem I think that is not moderated. I think that obviously we need to take advantage of our natural resources, but we need to take care of them too. And I think that in the last part we are not doing very well.
Exactly, exactly. Not very well. There are more problems. Not only that. That is one problem, and you are very right. But there are other problems. Let's see. Um, what happens with degradation, or what happens with extractionist practices? Well, there are some problems. Let's see. With which of these do you agree, and which ones you may say, well, that's an exaggeration. Um, um, all right, we have lead to environmental degradation. You agree with that? The first, Mickey,
Mm, yeah.
that they degrade the environment. All right. How about the second? They say deforestation.
Yeah,
The next ones, can you read the other ones, please, Mickey?
loss of biodiversity. Yeah,
And the next ones,
displacement of indigenous communities. Yeah, that is true.
right. How can we alleviate these problems or reduce them or
Um, well, one of them is regulating the extraction of a certain place. I think that um, if we want to control it, we need to moderate it because if we don't have like um, how can I say it? Yeah, if we don't take care about that place, obviously people gonna extract more um, of the permit, and that could cause all the problems that we mentioned.
excellent. Very good, very good. Let's play a role. Let's have a role game.
Hmm.
I'm going to be a Canadian company that wants to invest. I'm going to purchase the Valenciana mine. Well, already sold, but or has been conceded. Um, but let's say lithium. I'm going to be a Chinese company, lithium, and I want to buy the concession from you, Mr. Government of where Sonora or Sinaloa. Where is the lithium in Mexico? In Sonora or in Sinaloa?
Sonora, I think so.
In Sonora, right? Okay, so you are the governor of Sonora, or I don't know if that concession is given by the Secretary of Economy, which I think it is. So it's a federal resource. So you are the Secretary of Resource, and I am the Chinese company that wants to invest and develop the country, right? So I want to develop your country, which is the word that companies normally use. I
Hmm.
want to create progress, create jobs and progress, progress in your communities. Okay, so I'm gonna make a phone call. All right. So, hello, may I talk to Mr. Hernandez, the Secretary of Economy in Mexico, please?
Hello.
Hello, this is Jing Jong Yang. Let me write my name because otherwise I'm gonna forget.
Jing Jong Jang.
Jong Yang, Jong Yang. I am the president of Chinese Lithium Corporation. Chinese Lithium Corporation. And we want to bring benefits to all the countries in Latin America, in particular, that have lithium. What we do is that we bring our millions to your country, we extract all the lithium that we can, and we take it to our countries for the benefit of the world because we want to build batteries for all the world. And as a compensation, we create some jobs in your country. We give you progress, and we help you develop and become a better country, Mr. Hernandez.
Yeah. Obviously, we are interesting, but exactly what are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for the exploitation of your resources. We want to build up a mine, a lithium mine, extract all the lithium that is possible, and pay you a rent for the soil. Obviously, there may be some collateral damages, but those are not important, really. So we are planning to implant a mine there. Of course, we need to use modern technology, which is arsenide, cyanide, and just you need to be very careful that those arsenide and cyanide don't go to the water because if they go, well, there may be some small problems with the population that drink water. But so, so that's the only issue. But we want to pay you a rent for the where we're gonna build our mine. We're gonna
Mhm.
extract all the lithium possible, and we're gonna give you, Secretary of Education, a compensation. There is also a personal bonus but we will not inform anyone about that. That will go to your personal account, but only if you accept, of course.
I imagine that those type of conversations are like this.
Well,
Uh,
could be. I don't know.
um, well, obviously we are interesting, but first of all, we have certain regulations that you need to follow, um, because we care about the diversity and the health of our people. Those regulations are, first of all, we need to specify you uh, a zone, and you don't need to use more than that zone. When you have and well, the purpose here is to regulate the lithium zones that we have, and control the extraction of the minerals.
Controlled extraction. Well, but the idea of a mine is that we can extract as much as possible. And well, the zone is fair, but how are you planning to control our extraction?
I would love to say that here in Mexico we have the technology to extract the lithium, but uh, we're not giving only like one concession. We want to have different companies extracting those minerals, because obviously there are a lot of people that is interested in this zone, and we want to specify the um, how can I say, the accurate quantity between all those companies that are interested.
I see. So you want to more or less divide the cake, more or less, if we can say cake to the mining industry,
Yeah,
or
more or
or,
less.
or split the cake.
Split
Okay,
the cake.
very good. And then I think it's very smart that your country does not try to develop the technology, uh, that your country does not develop your own technology. It's more comfortable to give the concessions if you don't have any problems. Right, it is more comfortable to just give concessions. So we think we are very happy for this deal because, I mean, if you were able to develop your own technology, you would transform the lithium into batteries and you would be selling batteries to all the world. But that's too much problem. Don't do it. So better give us a concession and we will be very happy. Okay, we need to agree on a price, Mr. Hernandez, Secretary of Economy of the country of Mexico. So what price should we agree on? How do you negotiate this?
Mm, to be honest, I don't know what is will be the price.
The price? Well, let's say I don't know, $1 million for the per square kilometer. I don't know. Have no idea.
No, me neither.
But well, okay, so just control the extraction. Anything about pollution? Is it okay if we pollute the water? Can we pollute the
Now
water that we need in the mine?
we know that China has the best in technology, and to have this concession, we need that you bring your technology to Mexico, because we are care about of the natural resources and the biodiversity here in the country. Is one of the regulations that we have.
Okay. Okay, very good. When we do contracts with the Americans, they are very ambitious.
Yeah.
They they want us to transfer our technology in a lapse of 10 years. But I think that in Mexico it is not necessary. What do you think?
Mm, well, one of the purpose of our government is to invest in technology. At this moment, probably we don't have the technology that we require to do those activities. But the purpose here is to obviously Mexican companies and Mexican general uh, use our own resources, not only giving concessions. So obviously we want to do the contract with you, but all the technology that you invest here needs to stay here. Obviously, you're gonna take advantage in the time that you can, but the technology that you have is gonna help us to be more fair with the other companies and here in the country too.
Okay, very good. How about the joint responsibility to clean the water or to maintain it potable to a certain degree?
Yeah, of course, we agree in that.
To a certain degree. Okay, very nice. Well, uh, close deal, Mister. Thank you very much, and see you next Monday
See you next Monday here in Sonora.
in Sonora. Okay. Okay. Well, this may sound silly, but in reality, you
Yeah,
can be sure that many of the dialogues or negotiations are more or less like this, right? Very.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, of course.
Of course, they will not tell you that the Americans want them to transfer the technology. That's the
Hmm.
only thing they will not reveal. They
That is
will.
true.
Yeah, no, this is totally true. This is
Mm.
totally true. The Americans, the Germans, most of them say, uh, well, okay, I'm going to buy your technology, but there will be an additional thing. You will be teaching our technicians how to do it in a lapse of 10 years. No, but that's proprietary. Yeah, but we need to learn how to do it. So you will have a concession for 10 years, but you will teach us to do it. And in 10 years, we will be ready and we will take over.
Mm.
And that's something we don't do. So we need to do that, of course.
Yeah, we need to invest in new technology. I think so. That Mexico is a little bit uh, in the past in those topics, you know.
Yes. But
But yeah, we
why?
need mm, well, obviously we know that Jose Petro is one of the best business uh, that we could have. But the issue here is that we sell those concessions because Mexico no invest in the technology, and now we are in 2023, and obviously we want to. Well, I more or less know that this government purchased some, how do you say, refineries or some
Refineries.
refineries,
Yeah.
but a lot of time passed and a lot of resources that those refineries made obviously were from other governments, and the other governments sell it. I think that Mexico need to invest more in the technology and try to. Well, some countries are now using clean technologies, and I think that Mexico has probably not at this moment, but if they really invest in that, they have the infrastructure to do it. I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally true. Totally true. That's a very good comment, Mickey. Do you know the population? I think we did this exercise once. I don't know if
Uh-huh.
you remember. I think we did. Um, what is the population of the U.S. in this moment, more or less?
US, I don't know, 300 and let me check. US
330,
population.
340 million.
Almost 340 million. Yeah.
U.S. population. 300 and what?
40 million.
340. Okay. How many refineries do they have, please? They want to have like 150, more or less, I think.
As of January 1st, 2023, there were 129 operable petroleum refineries in the United States.
129.
Yeah.
I thought they were 150, but well, 129. What's the population of Mexico? Oh, I'm sorry, Venezuela. Venezuela population.
28.2 millions.
And refineries, I think they have 12. But let's check. I'm not sure.
Uh, uh, 6.
Six.
6 refineries.
I thought they were 12. Can you double check, Mickey, please?
Mhm. Mm, Here there's one page called PDVSA.
Right.
Let me check.
Okay, it says 6 in Venezuela, 9 in the rest of the world. Uh,
Mm, yeah, I think that only 6.
Only 6, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Okay, very good. And let's see, Mexico. What is the population of Mexico? 130, I think.
Yeah. 103 millions.
And refineries, 6, I think. I think 6. I think.
Refineries in Mexico. Mm, 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 mm. 6.
6. Okay. So what is the percentage of service? How good a service are you giving? I think we did this exercise once. So the US has 340 refineries, is giving service to
Buenos días.
¿Qué tal? Buen día.
people
Otra marca de pila. A ver, también
here. Okay. So each refinery is giving service to 2 million people. Each refinery in Venezuela is giving service to 4 million people. And in Mexico, each refinery is giving service to 21 million people. Let's say that these are gas stations, right?
Yeah.
One gas station gives service to 2.6 cars, another gas station gives service to 4 cars, and another gas station gives service to 21 cars. What can your conclusion be from here, Mickey?
Mm,
Who has the best service?
¿Usted le dice si ocupando? Ahí están. Ah, bueno, usted trae sus pinzas. Métanse a su casa.
Mexico?
Well, if you have, let's say that you have a restaurant and you have one waiter for 2.6 people. In Venezuela, you have one waiter for 4.6 people. And in Mexico, you have one waiter, one mesero
Okay.
for 21 people. Which
Yeah.
restaurant has the best service?
United States.
Yeah. And the worst is Mexico, because
Mexico.
we
Yeah.
only have 6 refineries. So it's exactly what you were saying, right? You were saying that we don't have enough technology, we don't have enough infrastructure. And it's not that we don't know about this, it's only that what happens with all the gas, the petrol or the oil that we produce? Well, we send it to the US
We send it.
and then we buy the gasoline.
Yeah.
So that is what is called extractivism. Someone extracts the gasoline, the petrol, makes the process over there, in their refineries or in their factory, whatever. A refinery is a factory where you produce gasoline, and then you sell it, right? So that is a criticism to this model, to this economic model of extraction, extractivism. What should we do in that case? What can we do?
Well, I think that we need to invest in, in our people, in our technology, because the issue here is that we have the natural resources, but we haven't invested enough to the technology to develop uh, those natural resources, and instead we use the technology of other countries and we pay it to to sell the resources that they extract from our country, but they obviously with their technology optimized to the use that we normally um, how is it to the use that we normally have to the petrol.
Okay. Also talking about the derivatives of petrol, right? The derivatives of oil,
Yeah.
which are plenty. That's okay. That's a very good point, Mickey. Thank you. Now, what is the situation in Latin America in general? Let's see. It's very, very interesting, truly interesting, because it's not only Mexico, right? It's Chile, it's Peru, it's Bolivia, it's Colombia. Let's make a list of the countries and their natural resources in Latin America. So, Latin American countries and resources that are normally extracted and exported, which is okay. It's okay, but then it's also good that you make a transformation of those resources. That's the point. I don't know if you, as an international trader, international businessman, do you agree on this idea, Mickey? That it's good to export, but it's better to export finished products or products with an intermediate process
Yeah,
than
of
raw
course.
materials. What do you think about this concept?
Yeah, of course. It's better to how you say to sell the probably is not the correct word, but the final product instead of the raw materials.
It's a perfect word. It's a perfect phrase. Final product is always better to sell than the raw materials because the raw materials you sell them the raw material, the basic material, someone else makes the process and then you buy it back. For example, let's say that you sell cotton. I transform the cotton into clothing and I sell you the pants. I am working, I have the technology to make pants, and then I have a profit when I buy you, I buy the cotton from you. All
Mm-hmm.
right. You get some money from your resources. Of course, you don't have to do much because all you have to do is to have to be the owner because you are wealthy in resources. You have lots of cotton, you have lots of copper, you have lots of lithium, you have lots of soy, which is soya, like in
Mm-hmm.
Argentina. I buy
Mm-hmm.
it from you, I transform it because all my people are working. You, well, not you, but your friends are watching TV, and then I sell it back to you, right? Uh, that's my criticism. Let me put it. Let's make a little list, Mickey. Of course, when I say you and me, is in a figurative way, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Uh, let's make a list of Latin American countries and the resources. For example, which are the natural resources that Ecuador has, please? Can
Let
you
me
tell me?
search it. Ecuador is rich in natural resources,
Resources
resources such as gold, silver, and crude petroleum.
and crude petroleum. Okay, thank you very much. That's very, very revealing. Okay, that's Ecuador. How about this other country, Argentina, please? Argentina.
Argentina.
Yes, please.
Mm, iron ore, uranium, lead, zinc, silver, copper, manganese, and tungsten.
Yeah.
What is
Okay,
that?
iron ore, uranium, tungsteno
Ah,
is an Insulator
Oh, okay,
is
okay.
actually the best insulator of everything. When you want to
Mhm.
insulate something that is that the temperature doesn't transfer that,
Yeah,
the best is tungsten. Tungsten,
tungsten.
right?
Uh-huh.
So iron ore, uranium, lead, which is plomo, silver, copper. What else did you say?
Manganese.
Manganese. Uh, manganese, and you said one more.
Yeah, tungsten.
Tungsten. Perfect. Okay. Wow. Incredible. I didn't know about many of these. I didn't know about uranium. How about let's see. Well, imagine Colombia, natural resources, please.
Natural resources. Uh, uh, uh. The natural resources in Colombia range from arable land to minerals such as gold and coal, and some of the top export items from Colombia include coal, petroleum, coffee, and gold.
Coffee. Silver, you said?
Uh, yeah, silver.
Silver. Gold, coal, coffee, and silver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's incredible. All right. And these industries are being extracted. Someone else extracts that, makes the process, and sells it back to you. For example, the coffee. There is an American company in Veracruz, in Mexico. Let's say Mexico. Okay, Mexico. Which are the natural resources in Mexico? Mickey? You're going to say a lot, I know. Please, natural resources in Mexico.
What are the major natural resources in Mexico?
Please.
Um, Mexico is among the world's largest producers of oil, silver, copper, gold, lead, zinc, natural gas, and wood, and other minerals such as mercury, cadmium, antimony, manganese, iron, and coal are also found.
Oil, silver, copper, gold, zinc, lead, mercury, antimony, manganese. Manganese. And you said someone else, something else?
Uh, Iron and coal.
Coal. It's coal. All right. Okay, well, plenty. And lithium, of course, right?
Yeah.
And zinc, which is in Zacatecas. And also we have uranium. We don't have a lot, but we also have some uranium in Oaxaca and in Chihuahua and in Chiapas. Well, but we don't transform this, right? We don't make a transformation of this. We only sell them. That's what we normally do. So that is the problem with extractive industries. When you talk about extractivism, um, the problem is that we sell the raw materials, then someone transforms them, creates erosion, transformation by the extractive industry, and create pollution. Now, with your regulations, Mickey, or technology that you plan to develop, or that we plan to develop, how do we start? So we have a plan, right? We're gonna
Mhm.
replace the transform. We're gonna try not to sell everything, but maybe from this 100%, we're gonna say, well, we're gonna sell in the next 5 years. We're gonna sell 80% because we cannot transform everything, or 90% or whatever, and then we're gonna start producing our own technology. How do you do that? How's your idea of producing your own equipment, your own? This is in-house development. Let's call it like that. How
In-house
do you do
development.
this, Mickey? Yeah, in-house development. in-house. This is in-house development.
I don't
So
know, probably. Yeah, don't worry.
estoy en clase. See, I'm sorry, Mickey.
Yeah, sure, don't worry.
Yeah. My mom was asking if I had breakfast. I told her yes, and then she says, "No, but sure, yeah, sure, no, but seriously, well,
Yeah,
they want to make sure that their babies have already eaten, right?"
of course.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that obviously Mexico, a lot of people, a lot of countries invest in the natural resources in Mexico because I think that the price is probably a little bit low. So probably I would increase the price of the natural resources first of all. And obviously we know that people know Mexico and people know how Mexico works, and obviously I think that they're gonna pay for that. And with the money that we get from those negotiations, uh, one part I would invest to the development of the to the new technologies, and obviously invest in the education of the people because obviously there are gonna be people that needs to manage those machines and that technology in general. So yeah, I think that uh, not all summarizing educations, but I need that in education. But I think that I need to focus on. Well, Mexico needs to focus on the education of the people to use those technology.
okay, that's excellent, excellent. Very good, Mickey. I love the plan. The thing is how to, and as usual, I'm always sitting in the place to make the questions, right? Not in the place to answer them.
Yeah,
It's much
yeah,
more comfortable. How do you monitor that people are really using the money to really develop machinery, technology, and be able to replace the exports of the raw materials to continue exporting, but not exporting the natural resources, but another model to be able to export what you said a few minutes ago, and you said that perfectly, finished products. Instead of this model, which is good, how can we start exporting more finished products and less raw materials? How can we increase these finished products, right?
yeah. Mm,
Which, okay, yes.
Obviously, I think that the government must focus on the correct management of the money that that we have and see that it's using for the purpose that we have. Um, and obviously, probably, I think that Mexico, there are companies in Mexico that obviously with a little bit of money and effort, they can start uh, to developing that technology that we require. A part of that, I think that it's not too difficult to probably, uh, yeah, associated with them, with that Mexican companies, because obviously I don't think that the government can have everything. So probably with the effort of other private companies, it is possible.
So, for example, can you start finishing 10% of the products and the foreign company is 90, and then you increase to 5% to 15%
Yeah,
in
little by little, I think so.
little by little,
Because
right?
obviously we have a lot of natural resources, but we don't have the technology to, how can I say it, to transform them, all of them.
Exactly, exactly. Well, now the question is, what should we transform? What when we say we need to transform them, when that them is what is it that we need to transform?
Could you repeat, sir?
Yeah, what is it that we need to transform? Because we say we need to transform those resources into what, right? For example, we can sell grapes
Mm-hmm.
and we can buy wine, right? So, well, we say, okay, let's not um, let's not buy wine anymore. Let's produce our own wine. That's an idea, right? Because
Yeah.
I can say, Mickey, I have a lot of grapes. I sell you the grapes. And they, oh, okay, thank you. I buy them. You buy the grapes, you make wine in your house, and then you sell me the wine. Okay, well, maybe the next year, or in 2 years, or in 5 years, I can learn how to make wine. And then I say, Mickey, now I'm not selling grapes, I am selling wine. Or do I say to my neighbors or to my friends? So the question is, how do we go from selling the basic things to
Mm-hmm.
selling the transformed product, right? We can sell corn, we sell corn, and we buy tortillas, right? That's
Yeah.
transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, similar. How can we transform the metal, the materials into what? Well, they are transforming to multiple things, right? To multiple things.
Noche,
Uh,
sí.
like what, for example? Sometimes
Yeah.
we,
Mm, well, for example, gold and silver that can we use to transform to also jewelry.
jewelry, that's excellent. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, that's a great idea.
Because, for example, for a little period of time, I was interested in clocks and in all those companies that are like the like high luxury clocks and all stuff.
Right.
And I found that the the minerals and, for example, the gold or silver, obviously everything is from Latin America. You know, for
Yeah,
example,
of
I
course.
think that Mexico, and we have seen it, that there are companies that obviously use our own resources, and those are high quality companies. So probably I think that starting from that, from the beginning, starting from the things that obviously we had in the past, the technology and the money to invest in that, uh, starting from the beginning, jewelry, starting to create companies that like that, high luxury companies in the case of gold, silver, and those kind of minerals, or
Absolutely. That's a fantastic idea. That's a fantastic idea. However, let me say a little however.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, you're starting as a young businessman, you have your channel, you have your business, you are venturing to sometimes other undertakings, now not organizing trips, organizing events. You're exploring. That is amazing. That you are exploring different things. Sometimes the result will be very very good. Sometimes moderately good, etc. That's normal
yeah.
in business,
Hmm.
within a businessman, right? Now you say, well, maybe the business of jewelry. Okay, so but the thing is, and of course, I'm not trying to give advice or direction or anything. I'm
No, yeah,
just
of course. Hmm.
uh, you have what is called, this is a lesson from a friend of mine who taught me English, Jesse Padilla, said to me, well, you have the umbrella. I say, an umbrella? Yes. Well, this is an ugly umbrella. Let me make a pretty one. You know what? I'll make one. This is the umbrella. Under this umbrella, you have different small businesses, right? You have, let's say, a person has a business of making tortillas. Well, he has a tortilleria, right? And
Yeah,
then another person, his cousin has a business of taquitos. Well, he buys the tortillas from his cousin. And then another person has a business of tamales. Well, they buy the tortillas from the same person. And so all these businesses are under the same umbrella. Let's say that you have your business, you sell tennis shoes,
yeah,
sophisticated tennis shoes. And then you also sometimes organize, let's say, trips. And then you
yeah,
sell sometimes tickets to concerts. Well, they all seem to be under the similar umbrella because they are more or less family, right? I mean, if I wear nice tennis shoes, I am able to buy a nice ticket for a nice concert, right? So these are all products under a similar umbrella. I don't know if I explain myself the
yeah,
concept.
yeah. Of course, yeah.
This is the umbrella, right? And everything that is similar to this umbrella is going to be easy for you because they are more or less cousins. So, which are the cousins of selling tennis shoes? Let's see. And they can be distant cousins, right? Or first cousins.
Mhm. Mm, well, like the could you repeat it?
Yeah.
I
You have a business, or let's say that I sell. Yeah, let's use yours. You sell tennis shoes, right? You
yeah.
sell, let's say, high end or high profile
Mm-hmm.
tennis shoes, right? You sell that. What could be a similar product or service associated with this?
The of the tennis shoes, probably uh, I don't know the other type or the other like luxury. How can I say luxury sneakers or that look like that type of luxury brands? I don't know.
Okay,
You know those brands that cost a lot, Balenciaga and all stuff.
okay. So branded tennis,
European majority.
branded European
Yes, yes.
footwear. Would it only be tennis shoes, or could it also be any other type of footwear, like sandals, shoes, or could it
Yeah,
only be
everything. Yeah.
so footwear in general, right?
Yeah.
So European branded tennis shoes or footwear. I'm sorry, European
Mhm.
branded footwear. What else? For example, if I tell you, okay, let's sell gorditas. Gorditas have nothing to do with tennis shoes, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you say fine or sophisticated uh, outfits, or how do you say this? The clothing, sports clothes. They are more or less cousins, or what do you think? The sports clothes are more or less relatives of the tennis shoes, or not? Not very much. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That could be. We're only doing a storm of ideas, right? A brainstorm.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What other things could it be? Just thinking about ideas.
Well, at the end, then it just complements like a total outfit, you know. So I think that everything related to clothing and related to yeah to clothing in general probably because normally the brands that sell tennis shoes obviously they sell other things. They sell jackets, they sell t-shirts, they sell pants, they sell jerseys, whatever.
Okay, t-shirts, jerseys,
Sweaters.
sweaters, jackets, t-shirts, jerseys, sweaters. Um, I don't know, helmets. Well, maybe that'd be another total different industry. I don't know, but it's something that we wear too. Scarves. I mean, all types of clothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Why I am mentioning this is because you people are in the business in similar umbrella, right? They are all under the same umbrella. That is the idea, to be under the same umbrella. So
Yeah, probably there are like more offer than demand or
well, I could be, but yeah, but you don't have to build or to manufacture or buy to this in. You don't have to have all this in stock, right? In
yeah,
stock,
that's true. Hmm.
you don't have no stock. You can have no stock because that is an additional expense. You can have what is called the just in time, right? You need to have your suppliers that suppliers that will give you, I need a jacket. Well, you need to have suppliers that will give you the jacket in 1 or 2 days or 3 days. I don't know the lead times. But when one of your clients tells you, Mickey, I want a jacket that is according to my tennis shoes that I just bought. And if you say, well, yeah, I'm going to have the jacket in 3 months, he's going to say, well, forget it, right?
Yeah, of course.
So if you have a list of suppliers that provide anything that you want to supply, right?
Hmm.
What do you think of the concept of just-in-time suppliers, Mickey?
Yeah, I think that uh, there are companies and there are and I think that the most luxurious companies normally don't have a lot of things in stock. Normally they have like obviously an image or picture of the product, and then I don't know, the client comes to the store and they tell you, okay, I want this in this size, and with this material, with this kind of leather, whatever, and everything is obviously requires time and money, and they invest until they receive the money. So they invest in their suppliers, in the materials in general, and then they sell it. But yeah, I know that model in those luxurious brands that is like more how can I say it, more personal, the clothes that you are acquiring, or the tennis shoes or whatever, because it's like customized in a way uh, by the client.
Okay. Now, you mentioned something very important, customized outfits or customized items. Why is this important or so valuable? Why
Yeah,
is this so good?
uh, well, in that type of industry, I think that it's important because normally the people that acquire and pay a lot of money for that type of clothing or that type of tennis shoes is because they want to, in a way, distinguish, and when they customize and they feel like they are part of the clothes that they're wearing, normally people could feel like more attached to the brand or to the yeah or to the company in general.
That is a fantastic revelation. How do you do this? In other words, I want to feel more attached to my tennis shoes, so I want maybe a pair of tennis shoes with chess pieces, right? Maybe, oh, Vicky, I love chess, or
Hmm.
I love music, right? So maybe the G clef in one shoe, the Fa clef in the other shoe, while chess be knights, bishops, king and queen in one shoe, or maybe a chess. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
And so I give you my idea. You customize the tennis shoes, and you sell me the shoes at a good price. I mean, at a high price because you're doing something special for the client, right?
Yeah, of course.
And how do you acquire this information from a simple interview, or how do you do this?
Well, first of all, I think that you need to have a really interested client, a person that really wants that item, and yeah, with a little talk or with a little interview, I think that it is easy to how do you say it, to create this attachment with the client because uh, I have seen it with some clients because, for example, this season Adidas launched a new model and it's like a Grinch model, the movie of the Grinch,
Yes.
and there are people that are fan of that movie, and and
Okay.
and just and they just want that item for the movie, they don't care about the issues because it's from the Grinch.
Oh,
When people feel attached to something, in this case, for example, the chess, I don't know, a movie, a song, or whatever, I think that it's easily to sell it, and those companies know that, and that's why they are so successful because there are people that I don't know. Sometimes they want to express a little bit of themselves in the clothes that they're wearing. I don't know if it's something good or not, but it's something true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that that's why this model is uh, this model works in that type of brands, in that type of stores.
That's a fantastic concept. I love the concept. Now, how do you do this embroidering, bordado, or how do you give this personalization? How do you customize items? Let's say you have a base, a tennis shoe that is a base, right?
Yeah,
One
of
of your
course.
clients is, my grandmother loves flowers, so well, you embroid flowers, or my aunt loves, I don't know, she loves orchideas or she loves orchids. She love another person, they love different. I love a tiger, so you say, oh, I can embroider a tiger in your tennis shoes. How do you do this, technically speaking, the different pictures or silhouettes or drawings in the tennis? How do you do that? Is there a way to do it?
Well, normally, obviously, there are like the base models. I don't know. For example, I like this model of tennis shoes, and in this
Right.
model of tennis shoes, I want to express that. And then obviously, there are a lot of apps of design that helps you to, I don't know, probably create like a little drawing or how will be the final result of the tennis shoes, and then you
Okay.
give the different suggestions of how could be the model, and then the client just choose what is the best for him or for her or whatever.
So, are there apps to simulate the final product?
Yeah, yeah. Now with IA, it's so easy to see the
Jeez,
final result. Yeah,
really? Wow, that's
yeah,
unbelievable. Truly, truly unbelievable. Amazing.
yeah. It's
And so,
amazing. But then if you see, well, if you think about the final result of the people who study that, and then just one app that you pay, for example, a subscription per month of 10, $15 can do it instead of paying to the professional designer. I don't know if it's something good or something bad to the to people in general.
that's a good question. Very good question. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know because if I put my feet on the people who's looking for a design and there's an app that costs you just $10 or $15 instead of paying to a designer, obviously I will pay the app, you know. But I don't know. I think that people needs to, or in a way, learn those technologies or do something that distinguish with that technology, you know. Like
Yeah.
I don't know because it's another topic, but it's so interesting and yeah, we need to think about it too.
It's crucial. That's a key question, Mickey. It's not something trivial what you just made. It's actually a generational conflict, and I would say universal conflict. Right? I'm going to be fighting against a computer, a technology, something that already exists, and not only for designers of drawings,
From wherever.
uh, whoever. Right? Yeah. So it's a great question, and it's a question that we should not only ask ourselves but try to answer. So good question. What? How should we feel? What should we do? First of all, can we do something? If there is nothing that we can do, we need to adapt ourselves to the new circumstances. We need to adapt to change, right?
Yeah.
Adapt.
See,
So,
what are the boundaries? I think so. You know, of this technology.
okay. Analyze or set the boundaries, but who's going to set the boundaries?
The same
Can we
society.
same society? Well, okay, set the boundaries.
I hope so.
Society. Okay, very good. This is a truly interesting topic, Mickey. I don't know if there is a clear answer right now, but well, we open the discussion. Let's continue this discussion.
Yeah, of
Maybe
course.
Wednesday we have a pending class, right?
Yes, teacher. Sorry, the last class I really felt
So
so
maybe
so
maybe
bad, but
Wednesday we have.
now I'm good.
No, no, no,
Yes, teacher. For me,
don't
there's no
worry.
problem if it's on Wednesday.
No, don't
At
worry.
what time can you have the class?
Uh, maybe if I'm in Irapuato, it should be at 8:15, shouldn't be a problem. But if I'm not there, if I'm here in Leon, I need to come to my mother's house, and it's a travel from my friend's house. So maybe, how about between, I don't know, say between 8:30 or 9, somewhere between there, just to confirm. Maybe I can confirm the night before.
Yes,
How
sure.
about
Don't
that,
worry.
Mickey?
It's okay. Yeah, perfect. Don't worry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, for example, if it's Wednesday, tomorrow night, I should be able to confirm it to send you a mail. Mickey, how about the class at 9? Or how about the class 8:30 or 8:45?
Yes, sure. Don't worry. Yeah, it's perfect.
That would be okay.
Yeah, sure. It's perfect.
Okay, so before we finish, what part of the world did we fix today, you think?
uh, the extraction, the part of the concessions in the extraction of our natural resources. Probably.
Okay. And the career conflicts that people will face eventually with technology, right? When you are a designer or when you're an architect or engineer or a trader and you find an app that does what you do,
Yeah, it's
that
something
generally.
so so interesting and incredible. But if I think the consequences of the people who invest money and study those techniques, those that knowledge in general, is something that you need to think about too. But yeah,
Yeah, that's totally true. Totally true. Well, it's a concept for debate and analysis, Mickey. All right.
yes, yeah. Thank you very much
Okay.
for your time,
Thank you very
teacher.
much. Thank you, Mickey. Take care. See you. Say hello to the family and see you Wednesday. All right.
You too, teacher.